What's good, everybody? This your boy D Money. We here at the podcast venue spot, getting ready to set up shop. Just wanted to get on the live, kind of prep with y'all real quick before, we get started with everything. Still waiting on the venue owner to pull up. But we getting ready to work on the last 8 episodes, well, at least 4 of the last 8 episodes, for the A Lot of Fashion podcast today. Pre-record all those episodes so that way, we can get towards the end of the season. And then once I, drop those episodes, I'll take probably about like a 2-3 week break and then come back on strong, with season 3. But I'm really happy with, the progress with season 2 of how, A Lot of Fashion is starting to grow and it's almost to the point where we're almost monetized. So like, platforms like Buzzsprout where you can, post all your podcast, I guess you could say, shows on there. What they'll do is that as long as you have over 1,000 downloads, your podcast becomes monetized. We're already at 738. So literally we're only, a few steps away from, or a few episodes away from actually hitting that goal. So I feel like, by the time we finish season 2, we would have hit that goal. And then, season 3 is where, all the money going to start to roll in. And, hopefully some brand deals as well, too. So definitely continue to, like, share, tap in with the episodes. We drop every Sunday at 10 a.m. So, stay tuned. We got a lot in store. Give me a second, y'all. It's good, bro. I'm in hell right now, but I'm here.
You in hell? What's wrong?
Bro, I'm going through it, but...
Oh, man, what's all?
Yeah. But yeah, man, like I said, we primarily just focus in on, making content for the A Lot of Fashion podcast right now, doing the day in the life for, the live stream and just staying consistent with that for right now until we can, get towards the Student of the Game collection. And, we'll also be dropping 2 more parts to the From the Mud short film series as well too. We already got, the soil, the seed, and, the roots 3-part series, all available on YouTube right now and on our website, dreamsofrulerstreet.com. So definitely, go ahead, tap in with that jump, catch a vibe, It's totally in line with, not only just the From the Mud collection, but all the collections that we've dropped in the past, just showing you, the origins of the brand and, where we've come from and where we're going. So definitely tap in, show love on that. We also, got the poetry book for that joint too. And, each collection that I drop, I'll be dropping, forms of poetry, attached to each collection. So that way, you're not just looking at a product, you're looking at a whole experience. You feel me? Because ultimately, we want people to visualize their purpose, start living like royalty. And, a lot of these things start coming from mindset. It doesn't necessarily come from how you feel in the clothes. Clothes just amplify that feeling, that you already feel about yourself. So, just trying to help, everyone develop solid steps in order to, I guess you could say develop a strong mindset. So that way you start moving with intention and purpose, and you start visualizing your purpose. So, like I said, man, just make sure that, like and subscribe, share our content. I appreciate all the day ones continuing to, show love, tap in. You feel me? Show love, tap in, and, continue to support what we're doing here at Dreams of Rulers. All you're doing is just helping, a young man make his dreams and goals come to fruition. You feel me? And I really appreciate it because, like I told homie, he's going through hell right now, man. Trying to make sure everything get done. Feel me? Making sure we got a decent enough budget to make shit happen. Even though that's a hassle right now too. And then dealing with people. People just not solid enough right now, and it's not necessarily me totally blaming them. I'm held accountable as far as that too. That's why I'm trying to get better. That's why I'm trying to have more, so that way I can provide more for everybody. But I just need people to start investing in me too. And we starting to build better environments around us. Can't have people just hanging around. We got to have people that's ready to move, make moves. You know what I'm saying? On the go. Like I want to be the best out here, man. Like I just try to be the best. Feel me? Put the work in, time in. You know what I'm saying? The effort. Like shoot, literally. As soon as we done here today, going straight to my job. So just try to stay consistent with everything. So that way everybody, what I'm saying, got what they need. As far as, the gems that we drop it with our brand, and, the storyline keeps going. Because ultimately nobody can stop you. Only you can stop you. You can't let these suckers, kill your confidence, kill your mindset, or kill what you're doing, how you progress. That's ultimately, what life try to do. Life wants you to win, but at the same time, it's going to throw every possible curveball it can just so that way you can really see what you're made of. That's what, that's typically what happens the most when you go it up another level, too. You get the most out of life. That's honestly what I'm getting right now. Lose all my friends. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily losing traction, but, having to reorganize, house. Pretty much kind of starting from ground zero with everything. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We just doing a big spring cleaner here at Dreams of Rulers. Reconstructed everything. Except the logo and the message. But everything else, we just, uh, best way I can say it is just making it better. Content going to be put out better, you know what I'm saying? All the shows that we got right now, Rulers Universe. Um, like I said, day in the life of designer, couple weeks, hopefully, no more than the next 3. We'll have a solid setup for that too. And then as we start to develop, the Student of the Gate collection, I'll give you more, insight on that. I pretty much already got, the pieces made. Just got to focus in on, what I'm saying, the different aspects of shit. Make some revisions. I'll show y'all how I go through my process with that as well too. Because with this collection, I'm actually taking my time with it. I'm not like trying to rush or release with that joint. I just want to try and get it done before the end of the year. Get it out before the end of the year as well too. So that way, you know what I'm saying, I'll at least have 2 collections in the book for the year. And then next year we'll go, a lot harder. Also, try to change manufacturers as well too. Like that's the main thing. I'm trying to completely, start going in a route of fully integrating the business. So you'll see, you know, behind the scenes stuff like that as well too. So like I said, man, mainly the thing is just, you know, continue to stay tuned to what we doing here at Dreams of Rulers. We want to give everyone the full process of what it is to, own a brand, be a fashion designer, what it takes to, actually make things come together. And then, also the process and, how to actually succeed within the business as well too. I know a lot of people out here doing it by themselves. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times shit feels stagnant even when you move it. And, a lot of times that's not the case. Even though at times it can be the case, you know what I'm saying? Like, right now, you might look at some of my content and be like, oh yeah, that shit, that joint's stagnant. But then, you look at the overall picture of things and you see, we pretty much just starting from ground zero, getting, the real true, rulers that want to, be a part of the community. We not out here chasing success, we go achieve it. That's the difference. So, you know what I'm saying? You either with us or you against us. That's how I feel at this point. Like everything I'm doing is either, you with me or you against us. If you're against us, then good luck to you, because I'm in that mode right now, bro. Definitely in that mode. Like I said, about to knock out these 4 episodes today. Then I'm going to knock out, another 4 episodes next week. Post all them joints up. Then probably by, end of August, we'll have a 3-week break with a lot of fashion podcasts. And then, I'll come back, with that. Come back with, another set of episodes for Rulers Universe. And also, design with me. Because primarily want to get these music videos out for, the From the Mud spoken word album that we got going on right now. So, definitely check that joint out on all streaming platforms. We also, just dropped the From the Mud music video last week. You can check that out on your favorite streamer platform. So definitely, tap in with that. I appreciate y'all for, tapping in. Catch y'all on the next live. And, well, I'll catch y'all later tonight. But, we're going to get to this work. Keep visualizing. I'm out.